What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're doing a life-changing transformation. My boy here decided finally to cut the whole thing off. He wanted to go ahead and start fresh. He said the summer was killing him, that it was way too hot outside. Because you know, out here in California, man, the heat's no joke. And it was just time for a change. So stick around, stay tuned for the finished look. Alright, so here we're gonna go ahead and begin to chop the whole entire hair off. And here I am using my Austria Octanes with a 5/0 blade, just because his hair is so thick, I need something to go ahead and cut down the bulk real easy. So using the 5/0 blade, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of any bulk. Alright, so for his haircut, he did want to go all the way down to a number 4. So here I did attach my number 4 guard to my wall cordless seniors. And using the lever all the way closed, a true number 4, we're going to go ahead and get the hair nice and even all the way down to a number 4. Alright you guys, now that we went ahead and brought down the top nice and even, here I will begin to set in my first guideline using my cordless detailers. And the reason why I like using these cordless detailers so much is because the lever that it has on the side. That lever, you guys don't even know, like that lever does so much justice, just because like I could go ahead and open the lever all the way. That way I'm not leaving such a harsh line whenever I'm creating guidelines. And then once I'm ready to go ahead and knock down all the bulk, I could just close the lever all the way and get so much closer. So having that lever on the detailers makes it so much easier. So here, as you guys can see, I am using my wall 5-star shaver just to go ahead and clean it all up. And here, now using my cordless seniors, I have the lever all the way open, and I'm gonna go ahead and create my first guideline by going up about 1/2 inch. Now to go ahead and get rid of the bottom line, I'm going to first start with the lever all the way closed, going up about 1/4 inch. Then I'm going to open my lever halfway, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish blending out that bottom line. Now here I'm actually attaching my number 1 guard to my wall cordless seniors, and with the lever all the way closed, we're going to go ahead and create a new guideline by going up about another 1/2 inch. Now here I just opened the lever all the way, and I'm continuing to blend up by going up about another 1/4 inch. Now as you guys can see, we're still left with the line underneath that, and to get rid of that bottom line, here I have my half guard with the lever all the way closed, and we're going to start to flick out also by playing with the lever. What I mean by that is I always start with the lever all the way closed and then move up to halfway, and sometimes if I need to, open the lever all the way. And you want to go back and forth depending on everybody's hair type, just because everyone's hair is different. Everybody has different dark spots and stuff like that, so go ahead and continue to play with the lever just to go ahead and get rid of that bottom line. Now here I have my number 1.5 guard with the lever all the way closed, and I'm going to go ahead and continue to blend up, going up about 1/4 inch. Now here I went ahead and opened the lever all the way, and still continuing to blend up, you want to go ahead and flick out 1/4 inch. Now here, when it comes down to the side taper, using my number 2 guard is usually the last step I do in this haircut, just because his hair is already pretty short, and usually by flicking out enough, that's almost enough just to go ahead and blend it straight into the number 4. Alright, so now that we did the side taper, we're going to go ahead and begin to work on the neck taper. And of course, like always, you want to go ahead and grab your trimmers or whatever you use to go ahead and set in your bald guideline. And yeah, go ahead and set in your bald guideline. So for this neck taper, I pretty much ended up doing the same exact steps as I did on the side, starting with the no guard all the way open, but this time instead of doing half an inch, I went ahead and did a full inch. Just because I have a lot more room to work with back here, so my guidelines are going to be a little bit different, which is just stretching it out a little bit more. Now here I have my number 1 guard with the lever all the way closed, and going up about half an inch, we're going to go ahead and continue to blend up. Now here, using the lever all the way open, continuing to blend up, going up about 1/4 of an inch. Now here, it's very important that you guys dust off your client just to go ahead and have a clean canvas, and that way you're not getting as much hair splinters, because I feel like whenever I have a lot of hair on the cape or on the client and I'm constantly touching the cape or the client's neck, and you guys know how bad or irritating hair splinters could be. So to go ahead and avoid all that, make sure you guys keep your canvas clean. And getting back to the haircut, I was using the half guard with the lever all the way closed, and I'm constantly switching it from closed to halfway to all the way open, just to go ahead and get rid of that bottom line. Now continuing to blend up using my number 1.5 guard with the lever all the way closed, going up about half an inch, go ahead and continue to blend up. Now here all I did was open the lever all the way, and we're going to go ahead and continue to do the same thing, which is to blend up. Now here I did notice I did leave a little bit of dark spots, so what I did was I went back to my previous step, which is my number 1 guard, and started playing with the lever just to go ahead and get rid of any of those dark spots. Now back to the next step, which is the number 2 guard with it all the way closed. We're going to go ahead and continue to blend up by flicking out 1/4 of an inch. Now on the neck, we did end up using the number 3 guard just to go ahead and finish off the taper or the fade. So using the lever all the way closed, you want to go ahead and flick out just to go ahead and blend into the top. Alright, so we're coming close to the end of this haircut. Now all we gotta do is just line up his whole entire haircut all the way around. So I always like to start off with the neck, and I like to keep it as natural as possible, but also keeping it nice and crispy at the same time. And here I am using my favorite liners. These are the Andis Blackout GTX with the GTX blade on it. I have these nice and modified. I do have them 0 gapped, and these things really hit and make my life a lot easier. So here, going around the ear, I like to fold his ear back, and using the corner of the blade, I'm just gonna go ahead and line up around the ear. Alright, so to begin lining up in the front, you do want to examine his hairline. And my client right here, he does have some light spots in the front. So I'm basically going to try to eliminate those light spots by bringing the hairline just a tad bit up, but making sure I'm not pushing the hairline way too far back. Because in this case, you do have to push your client back just a tad bit just to make it look right. Because the last thing you want to do is keep it as natural as possible and then having those 2 big circles on top. So just trying to eliminate that as much as possible. Try to get the line as straight as possible as well. We're gonna go ahead and get them nice and crispy. Alright, so now as you guys can see, he is crispy already, but just to give it that nice little touch, we're gonna go ahead and add some color enhancement to his hairline. And the way I look at color enhancement, you guys, is just to make his haircut pop and stand out. By doing this, it attracts a lot of attention. It makes people ask questions as to like who cut his hair, or how can they get an appointment and stuff like that. Because as soon as your client walks out that chair, he's your walking billboard. You gotta make sure he is on point, because the better you make your clients look with their haircut and stuff like that, the more people you're gonna attract and the busier you're gonna get. But in the comments down below, let me know how you guys feel about color enhancement. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I like to get your guys' feedback on it. So here to finish off the haircut, I will be using a straight razor, because that's what we're known for as barbers, is using a straight razor. So using the straight razor at a 45-degree angle and making sure that I'm stretching the skin, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this haircut. But you guys, that was a cut. If you guys like this video, which you should like it, because look how crispy his haircut is and how fresh he looks, and just look at the transformation. Remember how he came in. completely different person. So if you guys like this video, please hit that thumbs up. Also, if you guys are not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. But that's it for this video, you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Brindemos por todo el dinero que hacemos, brindemos por los carros que tenemos.